It wasn't until I got to middle school when I first realized I was black. Surprising, right? Let me give you some context to make it make sense. I grew up in Baltimore City, Maryland, specifically in West Baltimore City, specifically in Emerson Village. If you know anything about Emerson Village, then you know that it's predominantly black. Now, in most of my social spaces, everything was just involving black people. All of my family members, black. All of my neighbors, black. All of my classmates from my elementary school, black. I went to Thomas Jefferson Elementary, public, local elementary school. It had some white teachers and some white administrators, but for the most part, it was a predominantly black space. So I never had to question my social identity or my racial identity. All that changed when I went to middle school. So I went from a predominantly black public elementary school to a predominantly white private middle school. That was a culture shock. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It was called the Calvert School. Now, this school is special. This school was built like a liberal arts college. I had never seen anything like it. I get there, I'm like, y'all got the facilities. Y'all got that bread. And I'm the new kid, I'm black. I also look kind of athletic, right? Which leads to this moment at lunch. A little white boy asked me, yo, are you here to like play football or just play sports? Like, why are you here? And I was like, well, I'm here to learn and get an education. I'm here based off of academic scholarship and, financial aid. But I'm not here just to play sports. My value does not begin and end with my ability to run up and down somebody's field or bounce a basketball on somebody's court. But interlaced in that question, he was questioning my existence as a black individual in a predominantly white space. He said in his mind, you don't belong here, so I'm gonna ask why you're here. In another instance where race kicked me in the throat, I was play fighting with one of my classmates, a little white boy. I grab him and he says, "Get your cotton picking hands off me." I was confused. I didn't know what to say. I short-circuited a little bit. It was like the dial-up noise was just playing in my head for a good 4 to 5 seconds. Out of all the words in the English language to create a sentence and say in my direction, you chose those words to create that sentence and say to me. There's instances like that where I was just constantly questioning how I fit. There was another thing that was just like a perpetual nagging thought. I was constantly comparing my black identity to the identities of the other black students. Now, here's the thing. Some of those black students had already been at Calvert during elementary school. They already had all their friends that they made from first grade in the 5th grade. So I'm trying to figure out, like, where do I fit in? I definitely don't fit in with the white kids, but I also don't find myself fitting in with the black kids either. And it was very confusing. I would go home and talk to my parents and be like, yeah, I don't really understand the black kids at this school. Like, they don't act black. Like, they talk white. It's really weird. Acting black and acting white, talking black, talking white. That's something I can get into in another video, another whole series of videos. But I was questioning my social identity and my racial identity and my blackness for the first time in my life. From my experiences in middle school, I took away 2 lessons that I'm still unpacking to this day. One, we do not live in a post-racial society. Race influences how we move socially throughout this world. Sometimes it really sucks, but it's the truth. Second lesson being, blackness is not just one thing. It's not just one, there's no rubric for being black. And I had to learn that and unlearn what I thought blackness was. And actually, it was mostly just learning new things and unlearning old things. And I did have to relearn about myself a lot of different times. That's what it was. it was just like, yo, who am I as a black individual? Not just who others expect me to be, but who do I want to be? Blackness is multi-dimensional. It does not have to be one thing. It is not just one label. It is not just one specific category where if you don't fit, then you're not black. It took me a long time to understand that, and I really wish that I understood that at 11, 12, and 13 years old. That would have changed the game. So I'll leave you with this. Do not lose yourself trying to find yourself in the world. Be multidimensional. And if you let your dimensions unfold, you might be surprised at what you see.